The meeting up with a moment of silent meditation and a pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, this is our annual budget meeting to review the mayor's presented budget. We have Debbie McBreen, our secretary, present. We have Joe Pizzo, our solicitor. John Jankowski is our director of administration. He'll be speaking. We have the Honorable Mayor Joe DiGirolamo. We have Vice President Ed Kisselback. We have Secretary Michelle Benitez and Councilwoman Stacy Champion. And myself, Joe Knowles, I'm the Council President. Okay, so to get started, we'll introduce John Jankowski, our Director of Administration.
Thank you, Council President. Before everyone is the mayor's proposed 2026 budget, and we are here to answer any questions that you should have tonight. And we're going to start off with our building and planning. Oh, sorry, Mayor.
For the record, I went out.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, the mayor did present a budget message dated November 26, 2025. And I guess that'll be online, Mayor, too, to be able to be read. It is online, and, yep, and we'll make that part of the record.
All right, Ken Farrell, our Director of Building and Planning. His budget can be found on page 13 for the expenditures and page 5 for revenues, should you have any questions for Ken.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Director Jankowski. My budget as presented is pretty much the same as the past few years. Not a lot to it, but certainly I'm here to answer any questions that you may have.
I guess the office supplies is the very first issue of number 4, 2100.
It's just a function of things going up in cost.
No, I was talking about the line number. Well, it's doubling, actually, is what I'm saying, asking you. So is that for paper or other, what's the expenses involved, tangibly?
Yeah, so for budget to budget, it's going up $1,000 from 25 to 26. The projected for the end of the year is approximately $6,000. That could vary in year to year as far as how many mailings he has to do or anything like that.
And not all the bills are in for this year.
Okay, I'm comparing it to the projected, but from last year's budget to this budget, you're right, it's only $1,000
Just going up
difference.
$1,000, right, that's correct.
Okay.
And not all the expenses are in for this year, so.
Okay.
And the increase in salaries are just increases on people's salaries, right?
Per the contract, yes.
For the contracts, right?
Yes.
There's no new employees being,
No, we are the same amount of employees.
okay.
And I have a general overall question. I'm sure we'll see this across the board as just a function of the environment. Health insurance is going up significantly across the board.
We're looking at approximately about a 7.5% to 9% increase is our estimate. We haven't gotten the firm numbers yet from the health insurance, but that's probably our approximate estimate for next year is.
Which I know that all of us are seeing, even our own premiums. Thank
Sure.
you.
Okay, is there any other questions for Ken from council? If not, we can go to our next party.
Thank you very much.
All right, Ken, thank you.
Okay, next is Jim Bogan, our Director of Golf Operations, and his budget can be found on,
Good evening, Mayor.
Hold on, Jim, let's get
20, 21, and 22.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Sorry.
Page 20 and 21.
Yep, thank you.
Mayor, council, and people Bensalem Township. I'm here to present our 2026 budget for the country club.
So I will
Any
say,
questions?
real quick, the one thing I will point out with Jim's budget for this year is we, as everyone knows, we've been renovating the existing mansion on the golf course. That project is coming to a close. We anticipate by late December, early January, we'll have everything completed and be able to open in spring the farmhouse, which is going to be the newly entitled restaurant that we're going to have on the golf course that will be open to the public. So his budget, you will see a brand-new section labeled farmhouse. That's the operating expenses and salaries and everything for that particular business. Working with the current banquet manager, Jim, and our current chef, executive chef of the course, we developed a budget, and that's an increase in his budget for this year.
How many rounds of golf do you have per year?
We average at anywhere from 42 to 45,000. We're a little short this year because of weather, because of construction, and it was just a tough year for golf courses. And next year is going to be a lot better. Our catering department has done extremely well this year.
I'm sorry, did you say next year's going to be what?
Last year, we had a better year golf-wise, weather-wise. The rounds are down for this year.
And the hole 11 was closed for most of the year,
Yes,
too, and it's open
yes.
now, so.
We had construction, and we had the drainage through holes 12 and 13, which closed those holes down for a little bit. So we were winged a little bit with certain different things, but we're really setting up for a real good 26.
Conceivably, what would be the maximum amount of rounds you could possibly have? Because I always thought you were pretty busy personally.
Yeah.
I don't know how you
can
could
get
do
up
much
near
more.
60,000.
You could do up to
Yes.
60,000 rounds of
Yes.
golf?
Years ago, we did over that when it was just golf.
Are we seeing an uptick in younger generations
Yes.
taking more interest? I know.
Actually, with the advent of COVID, it was a tremendous boom for golf. It's sort of settled off now, but that was a major uplift. And there's an awful lot of young and middle-aged people getting back into the game. And the growth of golf is extremely good.
And what's the age to join the association? I'm asking for.
You can be a junior. You can be 12 years old and be in the association.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I
Yeah.
just forget to ask you guys when I see you. So my son
It's the
and
golf
daughter are there a lot.
association. Yeah, it's really good.
And Jim, the banquet facility people that are handling are doing a good job, I think, you know, and with the golf outings and the get more weddings, the funeral lunches, you know. Is that whole staff going to also handle the farmhouse? John, is that your plan?
The anticipation would be the banquet manager, the assistant banquet manager that we currently have, they would handle the farmhouse as far as overseeing the overall management of it, but we will be hiring an additional staff just for the farmhouse.
Yeah, to work
itself.
there, yeah.
Yeah, the waitresses, servers, and bartenders.
But
yeah.
to book corporate parties or anything lunch
Yeah, that'll still
specials?
run through the golf course itself.
Okay.
What's the scheduled opening date?
We're figuring early spring. I don't have an official scheduled opening date, but yeah, but early spring.
It'll start with a soft opening, but it's going to be a tremendous addition to the country club. The comments from people coming in, you didn't even know that building was there years ago, and it's majestic.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
beautiful. It really is.
Tremendous
Yeah,
asset to the
very
country
nice.
club, along with now that your catering hall and the bar has been redone. We're drawing a lot of business in besides golfers, and once golf gets back up to where I think it's going to be very good this year, you're going to have a very good income throughout the country club.
And one of the things I'd like to point out too is all the renovations as well as the drainage, the whole realignment, and we're also doing a few other projects on the course in '26. They were all done via a RACP grant, a Redevelopment Capital Assistance Program grant through the state that Governor Shapiro was able to allow a reallocation for. So we were able to do all these projects with grant funding.
Is that
Okay, good.
stormwater projects?
So the armoring along the creek is pretty amazing. I was able to go over and see that, and I think it's quite fantastic to be able to stop pulling the creek beds down as the water comes through, and it'll help on the other side.
It's a pretty historic building that we're saving also.
Yes,
Yeah.
the building itself is amazing, yes.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions for Jim? I think you got a great staff over there, Jim, and you're
Thank you.
still helping the veterans. We have a kids program.
Yes,
There-
we-
A veterans program, it's known throughout the region.
Yeah.
And the BGA's pretty strong now, I think. It's got a lot of participation with
We
residents.
have the highest attendance for veterans, especially wounded warriors.
Yeah,
in
I was
the-
talking to one
in
of the,
country, in the
I was
country.
talking to one of the coaches, management people from the Bensalem Ramblers, and they were tickled pink with the fact that you had given them a donation from the Bader Foundation,
Yes,
and they were very appreciative of it, and it was a considerable amount, so you're not only doing the work for the adult individuals of Bensalem and saving the stormwater management in that Eddington area, but you're
Yeah.
helping out the children and the kids, so
yeah,
it's quite an asset that we have there.
and it's open space. which
Yep.
is-
Most importantly, it's open space, yes.
yep.
Yes, going from farmland to golf course and remaining golf courses.
Over 125 acres when you
Yes.
take the back area of the, where the old lake was. And
Very
it's-
thankful for
it's
that.
Tremendous. Thanks to the
Yes.
mayor and council.
Yes.
And the people of Bensalem. We saved a beautiful piece of property.
Okay, any other questions? If not, Jim, thank you. Okay, and we'll move on to Kyle Pennypacker.
Sure. Kyle Pennypacker, our Director of Parks and Rec. His budget can be found on page 19. One of the things, Kyle, don't mind if you don't, hope you don't mind if I jump in real quick. One of the things you'll see are a couple of grants that we reallocated back into 2026. So in 2025, we had applied for 2 grant programs to assist with Parks and Rec. One was adding additional field lighting and replacement of field lighting at Yezi Ramblers Field. And then as well as we submitted a grant to renovate the community park playground area. Both those grants, due to the state shutdown this year, the funding was not awarded yet. We're anticipating one may be awarded in December. We'll find out the results of that particular grant. But we're basically, obviously, all those projects will move into a 2026 should we be awarded. And if we're not awarded, we'll evaluate what we're going to do with the areas themselves again.
Okay, when is, not to interrupt, I guess you could say, so
Yeah.
when is Imagine Lane going to be open fully? Because I don't really use it, but I see that most of the equipment is there. I see kids playing on it, but I don't know whether they should be playing on it or
They
not.
should not. We were able to
Okay,
curb a
so-
lot of that. It's
Yeah.
still in the final stages. We just finished the surfacing last week, the rubber
Okay, yeah.
surfacing. We still have concrete work to do, some more accessible things to make sure that the property's good to go, swing sets, finalizing details. Don't have an exact date, but we're hoping to get everything, the concrete in the next 2 weeks, and we're looking end of the year, beginning of next year, and finalizing everything. The final playground, landscaping, grass, things like that won't happen until spring, but we're
Yeah.
hoping to be able to open up intermittently and at least have the playground equipment accessible for the kids. So it'll be an
Okay.
actual nice inclusive space that we'll have.
They get a nice little Indian summer, something in the middle of the winter,
Yeah,
a couple of days they get
and
out.
Without having brand-new equipment there, it has been very busy in January and February years past. So with all the new excitement, I'm sure it's going to be just as busy.
Okay, good.
What exactly is in the operating expenses, the third item there, real estate tax refunds? You may want to answer that.
Yeah, so
one.
that would be if any businesses or homeowners seek an assessment reduction through county and they're awarded a county reduction. The Parks and Rec Fund receives a portion of the township real estate taxes.
I
So
gotcha.
as such, the refund due to that particular individual would be allocated throughout everyone that receives real estate taxes, volunteer
it.
fire service, general fund, all
So
that.
it's an allocation down.
It's an allocation, yes, just in
Right.
case.
Thanks.
Sure.
So besides our grant projects that we're looking at, we're also looking to put in 2 more pickleball courts here at Central Park. We know there's a demand for pickleball, so we're looking to increase that. Get some relief from the existing courts that we have over at Mill Creek right now. Also, we have been doing a lot of work over at Groudon Mansion. We've had a lot of exciting work with testing of the wood and getting dates and actually learning a lot more about where the buildings came from, what the purposes were, the years that they're there. So we actually just had dendrochronology testing done today from an expert from Oxford, England, and it's one of our ongoing projects out there. We've had some vandalism there this past year. It's been a rough year for vandalism in a lot of the properties. So another big project that we're working on is security camera systems and getting accessible and tying in our police so that we can keep an eye on these and keep our nice parks nice still.
You're doing a wonderful job with the active recreation for our children. It really is quite remarkable.
Thank you. Yeah, we try. I mean, obviously the youth is a big part, but getting adults out too and getting everybody to be able to use the outdoors is a big priority for us.
Now, is it looks like the playground was full for the summer program at Richelieu Road, right? That park, right?
Yep. Yeah, we didn't turn anybody down. We were a little bit over our maximum. We try to keep it with our employees. We have to keep the ratios for our counselors and kids. So we always keep it conservative. And if we have the people that we're able to work the camp, we actually will bring in people over our existing cutoff date, which we usually bring in about 3 or 4 once we say it's closed on a waiting list, and everybody's been brought in afterwards.
And we redid the flooring for the hockey rink, the hockey rink and the basketball courts the prior year, right?
Yeah, they were a couple years ago at this
Right.
point, yeah.
How's the soccer fields? Are they fully open up in Trevose over Brownsville
Yes,
Road?
yeah, we still have some minor details. We're working on the property. It's obviously a long project, but the turf field and the 3 upper fields are all opening. We're bringing in good revenue from that, and we're keeping it pretty busy. We just had a Sunday league start. They're playing 18 games every Sunday through the winter, and it's a revenue source for us at Parks and Recreation too that we haven't had before, so.
Yeah, it's another area we had to save for open space up in the Trevose area. Okay, does anybody else have any questions for Mr. Pennypacker?
So not one local or one group gets exclusive access to
No, we have a
first
home
responders'
field
fields?
that's home of the Bensalem Fever. They play
Yes.
most of their practice and games there, but we just have Holland FC is playing up there now. We get requests at least once to every other week about people that want to rent the field either for a one-off. We've had Catholic leagues play there, playoff games. It's adult leagues, youth leagues, anything. We are
So it's-
open, we take it available.
That's good that it's not being just,
Nope, no, we are starting our online
Thank you, that's
registration
good.
process. So anybody can go on, request a date, go through the approval process, certificate of insurance, anything that we need to, and we will available. Anything that's an open date will be able to be rented if you want.
Okay, good.
I do have one question there. We had a $1 million grant for open space come in 2025. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Was that something from Casey Tomlinson?
Yeah.
That was a purchase they were working on right now.
Yeah, that was the grant we received from Representative Tomlinson, Casey Tomlinson. And currently, we still have our offer letter into the Archdiocese to purchase the ground at Gibson and Bensalem Boulevard. We have not heard back from them, even after repeated requests as to where they stand with it. But that is the intended use if the Archdiocese should accept our offer.
Thank you.
Okay, if there's not any other questions, thank you, Kyle. Okay, doing a good job. And
Council?
we have next on our agenda, Mr. Bill McVeigh, our Director,
Yes.
Public Safety.
So our police department budget can be found on page 11.
Good evening, council. Good evening, Mayor. It's nice to be in front of you today to present the 2026 budget. I just have a few remarks to make before I would take questions on the budget. I'd first like to start, because I think it's important for the public to know, obviously, the police are the largest aspect of our township budget, but our police officers are doing a fantastic job. We put this out publicly online this year. Our serious crime is down 13% since 2022. That's all Part 1 crimes. A particular note, our robberies and burglaries are each down over 50%, and they're trending the same way in 2025. So I can't stress enough the remarkable work that the men and women of our police force are doing. These are great trends, and we want to continue in that direction. I'd like to point out our deputy directors here, Lieutenant Shum, who helps prepare the budget throughout the year, Lieutenant Bush, and members of our PBA leadership are sitting in the back there. We have a great working relationship with them as a command staff. which helps us attract the best applicants to Bensalem Township to come in as police officers. So that's something we want to continue to do and work together as a team with our union for that reason. In addition to our people, it's very important that all of council and the public understand the increases in technology that we've put into play here in the past 5 years. We now have over 60 intersection cameras, over 50 license plate readers strategically placed throughout the township. Every police vehicle is equipped with a license plate reader on the vehicle. We have in-car cameras, body-worn cameras. Everything the officer is doing is recorded to protect the officer, to protect the public, and it's been a tremendous program that we're building upon right now, and that's where you see some increase for technology this year. The body-worn cameras in particular, I recently did a display or demonstration for the mayor. They can translate over 40 languages in real time for an officer on the street. We have a very diverse community, especially our transient population on Route 1, so it really keeps the officer safe, lets them do their job. It also has a new feature. The older members of our department haven't come accustomed to it yet. I understand it, where it writes your police report. It watches the body camera, and in real time, it'll transcribe what occurred, saving the officer valuable time, keeping him safer. His head's not buried in the computer in the car. So these are some of the new technologies that we've enhanced for 2026. And also our drone program. We currently have 13 drones that are deployed throughout the township and police vehicles for emergencies. The drone first responder program is a new technology where we'd have 2 fixed locations that an officer can deploy a drone from their desk in real time as a crime is occurring. Some spots in this township might take an officer 5 to 7 minutes to respond in an emergency, which is too long for eyes to get there. We did a demonstration this year, a pilot program, where we were getting drones to a scene within a minute, capturing the crime in progress, giving us eyes overhead, getting license plate, suspect descriptions, and really keeping the officer safe to record that transaction and what they're dealing with. So there's some of the things that we're building upon, and I think it's very important to mention that we received reaccreditation through CALIA, which is international accreditation. This past year, Lieutenant Bush and I had to travel to California to receive that accreditation after a rigorous 4-year evaluation, and then finalizing that, coming here to evaluate our police department independently. We received that. That'll carry for the next 4 years, and that just shows our commitment to excellence in policing, our transparency to the community, and our willingness to have outsiders come in to evaluate us independently. And it should be noted, we're the only one in Bucks County that has that certification. We also have the PLEAC state certification, and we're one of 17 police departments out of approximately 1,100 or 1,200 in the state of Pennsylvania to have that. So it demonstrates the leadership that all these men and women do every day, and I think it's something that the township should take great pride in, and we have it displayed in various spots so that the community knows they have a professional police department. And lastly, before I take questions, I would like to thank council, our mayor, our administration, because you have unwavering support for not only our police department, but our first responders, our fire department, which is equally as important, and our emergency services. So I thank you all for that, and I'll take questions, anything you have pertaining to the budget.
Well, I think that you said a lot, you said it all basically, but I mean, 65, but you know, I think people have to understand between the police and the fire, it's almost 65, 70% of our budget, you know? So we're spending already 65% of our budget on public safety or a little bit more. But I think that we expect people to perform at the level that you guys are performing at. You have to have the best training. We expect people to make split-second decisions that are sometimes life and death, and we have to have those people trained properly to make the right decisions, and so far they've been blessed to make those right decisions. And that has to do with your leadership too also. Thank you.
Thank you, and I just would say we had 2 critical incidents this year, life and death situations, and our officers performed admirably, and it was a direct result of the training that's been instituted in this department for years. So we want to continue that training.
I don't have a question, I have a comment. I mean, I think we can all say we're just so proud to work with you. The community policing aspect of it, many of you wear many hats and you serve in other capacities to work arm in arm with our community members. The accreditations that you have, I mean, year over year, actually, this is the third time that you've received this. So that's a span of 12 years consistently that you've been effectively gaining that recognition. And then I think about the correlation to Philadelphia. And as a Collier County, many of us are facing the repercussions of poor policy, in my opinion, in Philadelphia. But for us to have a reduction in crime year over year while we're dealing with that, it's just a testament to the work and the dedication that you guys put in every day. I love seeing that you're engaged with all the technology that we have available to us, and it continues to grow. That is an expense, but we need it. And people know they better watch out in Bensalem. If they cross that border, it's on. And I appreciate everything that you do. I pray for you, hope you stay safe, and thank you so much.
And Councilwoman, thank you, and I would just like to mention, you said community, our PAL program, we have over 1,000 kids, but our community supports us there. But more importantly, we're one of the few communities that Bensalem Township loves our police officers. And that really helps our police officers do their job, because what you said, the Philly border, we have a 450% increase in people taking off from the officers, that the officers have to engage in a pursuit potentially. It's so dangerous, but there's a mindset out there that people don't obey the law. So we're pushing crime down, but there's still a lot of crazy that comes here that we have to make sure we recognize that, what our officers face every day. And I appreciate that you do recognize that and let us do our job. Thank you.
And I don't have any questions either, but I want to agree with Ms. Benitez and also say one of my most important things that you guys all know that I speak about all the time is interaction with the schools. And I think I've said it previously in lots of meetings that I see a huge difference. My daughter goes to school in the city. My son is back in Bensalem. And just the amount of concern and the dedication that you show to every student who goes to school in Bensalem during the day, whether they are from Bensalem or not, just shows the importance of how much you care about the people who visit our town, who live in our town, and who work in our town. And I can never thank any of you enough for everything you all do for our kids. And, you know, just knowing that you go in the school, in the elementary schools, and I always get upset about this, but I've seen you all in St. Ephraim's a lot of times when my kids were at St. Ephraim's for grade school, and just the amount, and it goes to your whole thing of community policing, and even with all of the public elementary schools. The kids see you, they're not afraid of you, they're willing to come and talk to you because they know you, and the PAL program is just another feature of that as those kids grow older. So thank you for everything you do to keep our kids as safe as they can be.
Thank you very much for those comments. That's definitely one of our top priorities is their safety. Thank you.
Can I add really quickly? To your point, we've seen through our hiring programs that we have Bensalem kids coming back. And that's because of the dedication and the work that you're doing in those schools. All of our emergency services, police, fire, EMS, time and time again, Bensalem kids are coming back to be part of this. It's a legacy. So, thank you. I just wanted to say that. It's so important. I love seeing it.
And I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how many lieutenants do we have?
Currently, we have 6 lieutenants.
We have 6 lieutenants, and I see in the budget, we have budgeted for a captain, which we have not had for a number of years.
Correct.
Explain to me what's happening there, please.
Yes, so we are doing a restructuring of our command staff. I think with the growth of the police department, the volume of incidents we're handling as a police department, instituting a captain as the clear number 3 in the chain of command is a necessity at this point. We have 6 lieutenants that work very well together in our leadership, executive roles. But for times that I may not be available or the deputy director, it's a clear delineation of command for that captain. We will not be replacing the lieutenant's positions. The command staff will remain as 8. The director's position, deputy director, it will be, if approved, 5 lieutenants and 1 captain that will be above the lieutenant position between the deputy and the lieutenant. So it'll remain the 8 in total, but it'll give us more span of control, and it'll be more reflective of trends across the county where that position seemed to have gone away. Over my time as a police officer, it's now reemerging. So when we do details, as we do many times and lead them, it will be better for us to have a captain representing that and leading that, especially when they're commanding others from other police departments. So I think it's a much-needed improvement in our structure.
When is that to take place?
If approved, I would propose it be with the mayor early January
Okay, thank you.
for the promotion. Thank you.
And the budget in terms of all the staff is inclusive of the hires not yet made, if you have.
The total allocation of, excluding myself, of 107 sworn police officers. We added no additional allocation of manpower.
So then the budget reflects 5 lieutenants and 1 captain, is that correct?
Yes, and then the deputy and the director. Yes, correct.
Now, if you're in the process, are you interviewing now for positions for police officers, or I saw ads for it? So are they replacing officers that are retiring, or are they new positions?
Sore subject, the deputies had me trapped in interviews the last 3 days of potential candidates.
Sorry about that.
But to be honest, yes, to answer your question, we have a list now. We started with 300, which is a great number of applicants. We're very proud of that. We've narrowed that list to 48 that we'll interview with myself and the deputy director. We're 3/4 of the way through that, and I tell you, some of the candidates are remarkable with their military service, prior police, college, you name it. It's a very diverse background of people, but it will be to replace those who have retired this past year. Mm-hmm. And with the drop, we're able to obviously anticipate when others are going to retire, so we have that list ready, because we're anticipating potentially 10 over the next 2 years to replace those who have retired.
And the hiring process is an every 2-year process, it's, right?
Yes, it is.
It's
Yeah.
not-
The list
it's
is
not
18 months from first hire.
And ongoing, it takes a whole,
Takes a while.
yeah, it takes a while to get there.
And then one more question, I'm sorry, I did have this written down, Michelle, I got distracted. Computer tech support and equipment,
Yeah.
so.
So that was what Bill was referring to with the additions in the body cameras with the translation, as well as the AI, artificial intelligence capability. So that's an increase in the annual cost for the maintenance agreement that we have with Axon. We also, in 2025, I think, switched from Cody to Axon, fully integrated from one records management system to a new one. So we are housed under one umbrella now with
Yeah,
Axon.
and that there was a cost of that conversion of 25 years of record management. You have to take everything from that, every police report, every name, and it's got to be converted over to the new system. So we're now under, as the Director Chakowski said, under one umbrella of technology, which is what we've been trying to do for quite some time, rather than be piecemealed all over the place. So, but that was an additional cost, as well as the enhancements we're doing to the technology.
Okay, now, is Bill handling the fire also?
So we're actually going to call
Or-
up Fire Chief Antozeski.
Yeah, I see his name here, but I saw him present, so.
Yeah, I just have one remark for fire,
Yeah.
equally as important to the police.
Yeah.
Mark's going to handle it, but I would like to compliment the chief here, Ron Harris, and the vice president, Tom Markert, for their work as the volunteer organization, working with our chief collaboratively to prepare us for the future, and they've done a remarkable job. And I just thought it was important for them to be here. We fund them, but we're working very well together, and the chief's done a remarkable job with his staff, 222. So it's time, Chief, you want to come up and take the podium?
I appreciate the update you gave council.
Oh, you're welcome.
With your letter on.
Yep,
fire.
anytime.
Thank you.
And the fire budget can be found on page 12.
Yep. Okay,
Evening, sir. Ladies,
good evening, how are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
How you making out so far, all right?
So far, so good.
Good. So we got a letter from Bill saying the transition's going good with the Bensalem Volunteer Fire Company. So that's working well so far.
Yes, sir. I started here February of 24, so coming up on 2 years next year. I've been working very well with Ron and all his officers. We meet at least monthly. Ron and I are working on a master plan now for operations as we go into 2026 in the future. There's been a lot of growth with the Volunteer Fire Company, as you know, and their organization has restructured. Again, as you know, the use of their buildings, their personnel, a lot of things have changed. And we're working very well together with our career staff and the volunteers. We're doing combination crews when we need to. So we have paid personnel and volunteers riding the apparatus together Our goal was to keep 2 apparatus in service 24/7. We're doing that during the weekdays with a career crew and a volunteer crew, and occasionally they don't have enough people, so if we have enough personnel, we'll give them one of our paid staff. So now we have 2 apparatus in service, and that increases our productivity across the township, safety for our personnel, et cetera. We're exchanging equipment back and forth when we have equipment needs, things of that nature. So the capabilities have been increased by us working together, and I'm sure that will continue in the future. I'm sure that Ron or Tom, if they have any comments from the volunteer fire company side of things, I'm sure they'll answer any questions you have from them as well.
Okay. Just on the fire budget, I had one question because and it got answered by John earlier because I called, so I was a little bit confused. But the salaries, the total salaries of, we have 11 full-time fire people?
We just received the grant, as you probably know, and was
Right.
approved for us to move forward. We're in the hiring process now, doing interviews this week, as a matter of fact. Once those new staff come on board, we'll have 12 personnel, including myself.
Okay.
A battalion chief, lieutenant, and the rest are firefighter EMTs. So that'll put us at 12, and
Well, was it one part-time or?
that will continue with one part-timer as we have it right now.
Okay.
And that individual helps us fill in different shifts 3 days a week, depending on his other schedule. But it works out well for us. It helps fill those gaps.
Yeah, and so even though the salary was marked as up for next year in the budget, John explained to me that the $462,000 grant comes off as a revenue in another portion, so it balances off.
That's correct. That's my understanding, is they show the full cost, and then on the revenue side, it shows where the grant comes in to help pay for that.
Okay.
The other items that may have gone up in the grant was all associated with those new staff, such as new turnout gear, new uniforms, things of that nature. So some of the line items did go up, but it was all associated with those 4 new hires.
Okay.
Would that include minor equipment?
Yeah, some of the minor equipment was turnout gear and things of that nature. We did have some other things in the budget, some hose, some replacement of some things that were overdue. We have some grants that are out, but we don't know whether we're going to get them or not. So the grant was to replace all the hose on both apparatus, which was a significant number. We only put in there to replace the hose that was absolutely necessary immediately to be replaced. We hope to get the grant and replace everything, but that's what those other numbers are for other equipment and things that we needed to replace due to their age.
Thank you.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions for fire? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And saving the best for last, our Director of Public Works, Tim Schultz, and his budget can be found on page 14.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the council, Mr. Mayor, Director Chakowski. I'd like to start off answering the most important question I'm sure I'll be asked is, yes, we have plenty of salt in stock.
plenty of salt.
Over 5,000 tons available. I'd be happy to answer any questions about my budget.
Okay.
You ready for tomorrow morning?
It looks like a non-event, but yes, we are, sir. We finished. We had 4 trucks we had to finish preparing today, and we did so, and we are 100% ready for whatever comes our way.
So I'll just say one point out there. You'll notice that we did add a $300,000 snow removal line in the general fund portion of Public Works. That's only if on page, I apologize, on page 27 is our state highway fund, our state liquid fuels money. So primarily that we have $855,000 budgeted there. So primarily what we do is we use our state liquid fuels money first. But in the event we have a drastic winter, we obviously want to make sure that we have plenty of funds available. The intention would be not to utilize the general fund monies, but it's just there just in case. And a lot of times that comes into play when we have to hire a lot of outside contractors. They obviously cost a lot more money, but are a necessity for the courts and other roads that we don't have the heavy machine, the smaller equipment to be able to utilize all those.
Cul-de-sacs and stuff.
Cul-de-sacs. and
Especially up in
stuff
the
like
valley,
that, yes.
yeah.
Exactly.
In addition to yourself, how many employees do you have? Do we have?
In addition to myself, 24. One of them was a part-time employee.
And are you hiring any more for next year?
Not at this moment.
All right, there's an increase of like $345,000 from actual expenses from this year to next year?
Yeah, so we have We still have remained in the budget as deputy for Tim, which we haven't need to replace or hire at this point. Tim's been doing a great job along with the guys assisting Tim. So we haven't really had the necessity to hire a deputy at this point. However, we have left that position open. And then we also have in the budget, some of the guys are new in 2024, so through step increases, their salaries will go higher than a normal percentage increase into 26. So that's why you have a larger, and in 24, we were also down a few personnel, or 25, we were also down a few personnel as well. So we're at a full complement now. However, you'll see that the budget to budget, it's a relatively similar.
So you're referring to a timing issue in terms of you had it in the full budget?
Correct.
And they weren't hired until late second quarter,
Correct.
third, or fourth quarter?
Correct.
Any major equipment needs coming up?
I'm sorry?
Any major equipment needs coming up?
Yes, we're replacing two of our dump trucks. Both, one's 20 years old, the other one's probably about 24 years old. And we try to get the most out we can for our township dollar. The one truck we're replacing has already been rebuilt twice, meaning the truck body's been redone twice, along with the cabin all as well, because salt never sleeps, as the wise philosopher once said, and it's our number one enemy, but we try to get as much as we can out. And we're also going to replace our tree chipper truck as well, too. So we're looking at 3 trucks total this year.
Okay, I think I remember the dumpsters, or the dump trucks last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Go
real
ahead.
quick, just piggybacking on the chipper truck. So Tim was able to institute when he took on the director position. We have a full-time tree crew, 3 or 4 guys approximately, are out on a daily basis, maintaining township trees, trimming back around streetlights, traffic signals if necessary. But that's why we had the need for a replacement chipper truck. The one that we had was built in-house, and now we're at a point now where we need to get a larger body truck.
We're about 98 to 99%. We do all of our tree work in-house. In previous years, a lot was contracted out. And we also do 100% of tree work for all of our departments, Parks and Rec, along with the golf course too as well. So it's a utilized crew.
That's great, it'll pay for itself. I do want to make a comment. I think that you guys have done a great job, and we've got a lot of kudos from the community for all the work that you do. So thank you to Public Works, your leadership. You guys, people, again, when you're crossing the border, the roads are clear. That's Salem. But no, I really
Thank you. It's very
appreciate
nice
all
to
you
hear.
guys do.
My staff is unbelievable, from the garage to the office to the guys on the road. They do an excellent job, and they make me look good and the township look good as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's good, and the increases, the step-ups for them are necessary, because otherwise they go to other jobs.
Absolutely, sir,
Right.
absolutely.
There's other positions that are available, and then we also increased the mileage that they're allowed to live outside the township now in order to be able to,
We did approve that.
yeah, we did that too.
Excellent, I did not know that, it's excellent
Yeah,
news.
okay.
Thank you very much, that's huge.
Not to encourage non-residents, but.
No, but we need
Try
staff
residents
100%,
first.
and that helps, definitely.
Okay, hopefully you keep your staff steady. Okay, any other questions for Tim? From anybody? Okay, Tim, thanks a lot.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Is there anybody, any other, we're good, right, with?
So, yeah, that's good for department heads, for the individual departments. I'm here if you should have any other questions throughout the remaining of the budget.
Okay. Does anybody have any particular questions for John that came up during the discussion with the department heads?
So John, in your review and going through each budget, having done budgets for 30-some-odd years, large budget myself, but most people may not understand this, what is the largest driving factor in terms of our increase in expense?
Payroll
one
and
of them.
benefits. I mean, payroll and benefits represent, in general fund, payroll and benefits represent, and I have this number, hold on a second, 73% of our 65. So our total general fund budget is $70 million. $5 million is basically transfers out, our debt payments, return monies to the trust fund that we do in the township. So if you segregate them out, it comes down to about a $65 million operating budget, and that includes payroll and benefits and then operating expenses. Our operating expenses year after year primarily stay static or they'll increase slightly as the police department had to do with technology changes. Even that, sometimes we try and figure out where we could cut somewhere else to make up that increase. But primarily, 73% of the $65 million is salary and benefits, contractually obligated salary and benefits.
So it's those related increases from the contracts and then also related health insurance
Healthcare, yeah.
increases and then related pension benefits.
Correct.
As related as part of the contracts.
Exactly.
Are probably our largest increases.
Yes.
Okay, and then in the budget also, we're keeping the $300 rebate.
Yes. Yeah, we have presented again in the budget the $300 with the additional $150 for the low-income seniors and disabled individuals. That program, we've given out hundreds of millions of dollars back to the residents. We're the only municipality that has the casino hosting fee that actually gives any money back, even though we're not obligated to. But that program is continuing.
And it costs approximately $4.5 million to do that every year,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
To give out $300 to each homeowner, which is good. And the average homeowner pays in the 400s.
Correct.
And then gets $300 back, and then 70% of that money is going towards the police and fire. So I think without a tax increase, we're doing some things right anyway. Okay, is there any other questions for John? If not, we can open it to public comment, I guess.
Yeah, I want to make a comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
The comment is, in addition to everything happening, we still have $46 million in our trust fund.
That's right.
Which we have not touched, and which is a good thing. And we didn't have to utilize that in any way to adjust the budget.
And to Mr. Kisselback's point, we've paid back a large amount over the course of the last 8 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Very
If I
much.
recall, 2017, 2018, it was
Yep.
roughly
So-
27 million
Well, no.
or 21 million? Trying to
Yeah.
remember.
So we've withdrawn from the trust fund approximately $9 million.
Yes.
Through different programs throughout the years. We always look at it as borrowing from ourselves as opposed to going out and paying higher bank rates or interest rates on a bond issuance and all the associated fees with. To date, we've paid back over $5 million. So we're paying, even though we'll hit that $9 million number, we're paying back, we'll pay back more than $9 million because we're paying ourselves interest as well. So we have amortization schedules calculated out for all the different withdrawals, and then we have a schedule that we send money back every year back to the trust fund.
And then when we did borrow that money, like Mr. Kisselback said, when we did borrow that money, Ed was one of the main people that insisted that we pay it back, you know?
Yes.
So that we got in the habit of doing that. So even though we were borrowing it from ourselves, we actually, people borrow from themselves and never pay it back, you know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
But, so we have a trust fund, which is, for the future, to
Very
make
much.
sure things are stable. And it looked like, I think, because I called you today and you said, I think it was like $1 million, we'll have an interest next year, if that's.
Yeah, so next year we'll have just approximately, between our repayments of our loans and interest, we'll have about $1 million that we're not taking any withdrawal from the trust fund in 2026. So it'll just be a straight $1 million heading back for the trust fund to increase into next year.
Right, and you'll continue to answer questions, which is good. But I wanted to also thank you, because I did call you today, you did return my call, and I spent a little bit of time with you answering, I'm I have a business background, but I'm not an accountant, so I have to ask these questions and get it, squared away with you. And you answer people with direct answers, If I ask you a question, you explain it till I understand it.
Yes.
And sometimes that's difficult, But I say that again. Okay, let me follow that again, But I appreciate your forthrightness with counsel and your patience with dealing with everybody and getting the right information out to us so we can make the right decisions.
Certainly.
I want to touch base on what President Knowles had said just a moment ago relative to the average property owner real estate tax. The township, the average tax for the township for real estate is $369.
Correct.
If you add to that fire and rescue at $114, that's a year, that totals for the construction, the reconstruction, and the improvement of the homes, the homeowner grant. That means the township residents of Bensalem Township who own a home are paying $183 a year, per year, for the services that are receiving, including our police department, which we just talked about, our fire department, Parks and Rec, the building and planning, and administration. What a deal.
On
What a deal we
average.
have living in
On
Bensalem.
average.
On average.
On average.
Well.
Some are
I said
paying
that.
less,
Some are paying more.
some are paying more.
But-
Well, we're talking averages here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exactly right.
exactly.
That's correct. It's still a deal.
Well, given the fact our most of our homes are pre-2000, it makes sense.
Okay, I just wanted to elaborate on what you had said just a moment ago, Joe.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, John, you have anything else, or can we go to public comment? Is there anybody public comment that would like to make a comment that's wasn't part of our presentation here this evening? Anybody want to say anything for or against the budget? Again, there's no tax increase for, is it 30 years in a row, Mayor, or 32? 30 years in a row, no tax increase. The $300 grant is still in effect.
Not in a row, Joe.
Oh, not in a row.
Over 32 years, 30 years about a time.
Okay, 30 years of the 32. Okay, good. That's a pretty good record. Okay, so seeing no one come forward, we'll close public comment. Okay, is there, and I wanted to mention that Mr. Player was unable to make the meeting this evening, had a family matter, he couldn't make the meeting. So we'll vote for the budget with the people who are present here this evening. Okay, so all in favor of recommending the mayor's budget?
Well, I think you want to put a motion on the floor.
What, you put a motion to that effect,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not allowed to motion my own
I'll put a motion on the floor to approve the mayor's budget for 2020.
Okay, Michelle, you want to second that? Okay,
Yes.
With no tax increase
okay,
And the $300
and a
rebate.
$300 rebate.
As
Did I miss
present-
anything, Mr. Pizzo?
as presented.
As
As
presented?
presented, and I'll second that.
Okay, and we have the budget message from the mayor as part of the record also. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Any abstains? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Our next meeting is December the 8th. Mr. Mayor, do you have any comments?
I
I'm
just
sorry.
want to say, I want to thank council, I want to thank everybody, all of our directors for the great job that they do all year round. So thank you guys for the great job that you do. It's so important. And thank council for the budget this evening.
Okay. Anything else? Any comments?
It's
Ms.
been a
Benitez, would
joy
like to
and a
comment any
pleasure
further?
and an honor to work with you. Gonna miss you guys, but I'm around.
One more meeting, one more meeting.
One
Yeah,
more
one more
meeting.
meeting. Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
thank you for
Deb, do you have
everything.
anything you need to share? I'm sorry. I'm kind of getting off kilter here. Joe, Mr. Pizzo, do you have anything you need to add? I guess not, right? John, you couldn't possibly have anything else to say, could you? No. Okay, Mr. Mayor, you want to say something else?
On a sad note, somebody who's done a lot of community work here has passed away. I don't know if you heard about Carol.
McCluskey, yeah.
Yeah, that has
Mrs.
passed
McCluskey,
away.
yeah.
Her funeral's Thursday at Tomlinson's, 10 a.m. till noon. She's a great lady, did a lot of work for the township through the years, long before I was here, so.
Yeah, and she was a big part of the Historical Society,
Oh, yeah.
and she did a
And
lot of
she-
work in her church, and she
Just a
worked
person
in,
that
worked in
liked to help
government.
people. She just helped people.
Yeah, it's really, really nice
So
lady.
that's a sad note, but God rest her soul.
Yep. Okay, Mr. Kisselback, do you have anything to add?
I'm just going to add that it was a pleasure going over the budget. It was much easier than I thought it would be, and I think it's a fine budget for this year, and it's covered all the aspects that were going to be needed on the upcoming 2026, and I thank you, Mr. Mayor, and John, working on that together. I thank you
Great job.
for that. And council members, thanks for the vote of confidence with the mayor, of course, as always. That's it.
Okay.
See you on
Yes.
December 8th, is our next meeting.
Yes, next September 8th. Stacy, do you have anything?
Thank you, guys, always. One more meeting, and I'm not going anywhere. Mr. Chakowski, as a fellow accountant, I appreciate the fact that you budget the way you do. It is nice to see that there are not extravagant expectations on either side, and you budget based upon historical activity and going forward what we expect, and looking at the current environment. So I truly appreciate that, having been a controller for way too many years and dealing with lots of money. So I appreciate that very much.
Okay, that's it. We have December 8th is our next meeting. Mayor, when is the Christmas tree lighting?
December 13th.
Oh, the 13th, that's after that, okay.
I'll miss that one.
Saturday, December 13th. Okay, at 5 o'clock. Okay, with that, we'll adjourn. Thank you, our people for being out here for us.